We are joined at this hour by Wisdom's head of content, Abhishek Mukherjee, also cricket analyst Karthik Iyer. Abhishek, coming to you, the Indian domination was expected, but did you expect the kind of resistance that we saw from the 9th wicket pair of Zimbabwe?
I'm not surprised. Zimbabwe played excellent cricket. They batted really well in the recent concluded series against Bangladesh. They actually surprised a lot of us by in that series. So, I mean, the top order, the middle order all stood up, and the tail also stood up to the challenge this time. It was not an unexpected, given the way Zimbabwe had played against Bangladesh.
Karthik, would you say that Zimbabwe had to show that their success against Bangladesh was not a flash in the pan?
Absolutely.
Hence a lot of pressure on them.
Yes, and not only the success against Bangladesh, even before this, they hosted the World Cup T20 qualifiers, and in that Zimbabwe were absolutely brilliant, winning each and every match. So I would say Zimbabwe would be disappointed with themselves. 189 is a respectable score, yes, but in conditions like these, they should have backed themselves to get to 220 plus at least. But phenomenal bowling by India.
Now let's talk about India's bowling. Abhishek, great comeback by Deepak Chahar, you would say, picking up 3 wickets here.
Yeah, I mean, he from the second over or so, it did not seem like he had been missing cricket at all. I mean, he did not seem out of touch one bit. Maybe in the first over, the first couple of balls. And then once he got the first wicket, he was as good as he always has been.
Karthik, do you agree with that Deepak Chahar was as good as when he took a break from cricket just before the IPL?
I think here is the word where we should use the word surprise, because Deepak Chahar is definitely a very good bowler, but to take a break for so long and then come and bowl with such precision, accuracy, was really surprising for me. Not that I doubted his talent, but to come in and just as Sir said that he didn't appear as if he missed cricket at all, forget international cricket. So this gives a good stiff competition for Bhuvneshwar Kumar, because he seemed a certain starter for the T20 World Cup opening match. But now with Deepak Chahar breathing down his neck, it's going to be a good competition for the opening slot with the new ball.
Abhishek, who would you vote for if you were to vote between these two pacers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Deepak Chahar, for the World Cup squad?
Still Bhuvi, based on his career, based on his recent form over the past 2-3 years. I mean, we have seen Chahar in only one match. So, even then, I mean, given how he has bowled, especially in the power play in T20s, both in the IPL and in international cricket, it has to be Bhuvi. Bhuvi should be a walk-in in the T20s.
Abhishek, would you say that Indian bowlers have been able to tick all the boxes that they have gone to Zimbabwe for? Because all these matches now leading up to the World Cup are seen as matches where the Indian management is trying to figure out the final combination. Though this is a different format, yet the form, fitness of each player is going to be assessed through this series.
In both limited overs formats, it seems in whichever 5 bowlers, 6 bowlers India picks, they seem to click. This depth seems unbelievable to a follower of Indian cricket over decades. I mean, we have waited for these riches for years. And now it seems like India can field 3 bowling attacks simultaneously against 3 teams and still bowl out every side. It feels like that.
Well, India can, we've all been discussing about India's bowling strength, batting strength, and the fact that India can have 3 teams simultaneously. But, you know, when we talk about today, the runs that have come from the tail-enders, would you say, Karthik, this is a little typical of the Indian bowling attack, they always let the tail wag?
Yes, and it's happened like quite too often, and not only in this era, even in the previous era as well, wherein our new ball bowlers used to almost kill the opposition's top and middle order, and then we used to see a rear guard action. So that is one box which seems to need to be ticked by every coach that comes into this Indian cricket team, is how to finish off in a clinical fashion. If you have the team at opposition at 110 for 8, try and wrap them up by 125, 130, because that is what good teams do, and good teams do consistently. So yes, that is a bit of a worry, because if Zimbabwe can score close to 190 from 110 for 8, then probably an Australia or an England could score much more if they are at a similar position. So that's, yes, a bit of a worry.
One last question, Abhishek. Now, we've seen our bowling attack in the series. What really is expected of the batting? Remember, we're all talking about this look ahead to the World Cup. What are the couple of things that the Indian batters are now expected to do to impress the selectors?
What we do know is in the ODI side, the top three is almost certain to be Dhawan, Rohit and Virat. Having said that, and given his bowling ability, Hardik will probably bat in the top 6 as well. And there needs to be a wicketkeeper, which is likely to be Pant, given his performance since 2021. So that leaves only the number 4 slot.
Right.
And I won't be surprised if Rahul, despite being a specialist opener, eyes that number 4 slot.
That's interesting.
And drops down the order to impress the selectors.
That's interesting.
Because he won't be batting in the top 3 if everyone is available.
That's interesting. We'll have to wait and see as the chase begins. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me at this hour.